I'm going to start off with just telling you about my own experience with counting calories. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, a nutritionist, or anything like that. Everything that I do tell you is just from my own experiences. Everyone else's body is different, so what may work for me may not work for you. I started counting calories. It became very popular. People were saying, oh, count calories to lose weight, do this, to lose weight. And I just seen a lot on social media that it was working out for people that were counting calories. So I thought, okay, why don't I just give this a try? I had tried a lot of things during this time, a lot of diets, water diets, smoothie diets, things like that. I've tried many different diets, so I just thought, hey, why not? Let's start counting calories. It was a while ago, I didn't know what I was doing. As I started to count calories, it just became a little bit frustrating of like having to count every little thing that I eat. It also was a good thing because it tracked everything what I was eating. I used to always wonder why am I overweight? I don't understand why I'm overweight. I couldn't understand it. And so when I would go back to my FitnessPal app and I would see all of the food that I ate, it was just like, okay, well, I see why now. I didn't like the hassle of having to track every little piece of food that I ate because I was a person that I just ate on the fly. I did not have a certain time where I ate. I just kind of just ate whenever I got hungry or whenever I was bored. And it made me very conscious of that. And so it didn't work out with me counting calories. It was just something that did not stick for me. And this was way before I stayed on my weight loss journey. So that was when I was younger. Fast forward, age 25, I decided that I wanted to lose weight and start my natural weight loss journey. Now, I had to be realistic with myself, and counting calories, I know for sure it's something that does work. But for me, I did not want the hassle of counting calories. I decided to just meal prep healthy foods. I started off with having chicken breast, rice, fish, mixed vegetables. I'll have yogurt, eggs, and bread. I decided to just stick to basic foods and start from there. I didn't want to eat anything that had too much sugar. I didn't want to eat anything that had too much sodium. And I wanted protein. I wanted to eat more foods that had a lot of protein. I decided to just focus more on this instead of the calories. And I didn't want to count calories because I just felt like it was a hassle. I thought that, okay, well, since I already have to make sure I pay attention to how much water I drink, I have to make sure I exercise, I have to make sure I do this workout. On top of that, I had work. And it was just so many things that I had to do, and I felt like counting calories was just one of the last things that I want to think about. I wanted my weight loss to be simple. I wanted a simple weight loss, and I knew that tracking every little thing that I ate and writing it down and calculating calories was going to be something that was going to be discouraging for me, and that would make me want to stop. I think it really just depends on the individual, because when you start a weight loss journey, you have to be honest with yourself. What are some things that you know you are not going to keep up with? You have to be realistic with yourself. People may say, oh, it's just simple, you just track your calories, but it's really not that simple for a person that, like myself, that used to just eat on the fly. If you're a person that's more structured and have an organized time when you eat, then that may work for you. But it still can happen. You can still count calories. There's so many ways that you can do it. This is just the way that I did it myself to lose weight. I just didn't want to have that hassle of, oh, did I count my calories? Oh, let me make sure I count that. I didn't want to become obsessive with it as well. So that's why I decided not to count calories while being on my natural weight loss journey. I think it's a great way to keep track and keep up with everything. I think it's an amazing, organized way of losing weight, but it's not the only way that you can lose weight. I think it's a plus if you do count your calories. There were these ice cream bars, they were 90 calories per bar, and my aunt told me, you can eat that whole box if you wanted to. That's not something that I want to do. I don't want to eat a whole box of ice cream because the ice cream had a lot of sugar in it as well. Even though it was 90 calories, but the ice cream bars were over 20 grams of sugar. You want to make sure that you're looking out for the sugar as well, not just the calories. Because yes, I could have ate that whole box and still been under the 2,000 calorie diet. That's an unhealthy food habit. If I was to have actually sat there and ate the whole box of the ice cream bars, that's not a good way to start off a healthy diet if you're trying to start your natural weight loss journey. There were times where I did overeat snacks that were low in calories, but it had a lot of sugar, and I just thought to myself, okay, I can't keep doing this. This is really defeating the purpose of me being on a healthy weight loss journey. You have to be very careful with that when it comes to the calories. Yes, the calories, they do matter, but the other ingredients are important as well. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy the video, and also comment down below any videos that you would like to see me do next.